Yes, welcome back to Scottish Ghost Tales. Today's story is about the Grey Ghost. This tale is of terror, and I want you to turn off your lights. Listen closely as I begin to tell the tale. Now, Hamish had been out drinking with his friends that night. Drinking all night, laughing and joking when they had a bet placed upon him. The bet was for him to walk round an ancient church, a kirk, so to speak, in Kirkcaldy, 3 times anti-clockwise, and stay within the church. For it was rumoured if you walked 3 times around the kirk anti-clockwise, the deil would appear and he'd nab your soul, so he would. Hamish was not afraid, though. With nary a shout he said, "I'll do that!" "Aye, we'll do your bet." So, one night, he was walking by the old kirk in Kirkcaldy, and he thought, "Aha, it is but near midnight. I shall do it." So, waited until the hour of midnight, and I walked 3 times round the old kirk. It was abandoned, of course, not a soul in sight. Once he passed it. Second time he passed it. And the 3rd time round he seen us. He noticed again a tree, a round tree, and he took a sprig of the twig. For it is often said in Scotland that the round tree keeps the evil away. He wasn't daft, but he carried on his journey and completed it 3 times round, and eventually went to the kirk and forced its doors open and then closed them again, and went forward to where the altar was and sat down in an old abandoned pew, dusty with the age, slightly rotten, and he stayed there praying to himself as the darkness loomed around him and silence struck, an oppressive silence that makes you feel worried. Eventually, he's not sure when it was, Hamish began to feel something else. A terror so hard it made his heart race. Felt like someone was gripping his heart in a vice, in a cold, hard grasping, squeezing. He could feel evil around him. Looking up, he couldn't see anything. He dared not look behind him. Yes. For he could feel something approach from behind. Approaching slowly. He waited, thinking it's nothing. He waited, thinking of his friends making a joke on him. He waited as he could hear slight breathing behind him, until it felt like it was right over his shoulder. At that, he gave a scream. Jumped up and ran towards the door of the kirk, not looking behind him from fear of what he'd see. Fear that it would stop his heart and drag him all the way to hell. He got to the door and found that he could not open it. He was shaken, man, shaken like a leaf, trying his best to open the damn door, but it would not budge. He knew he had not locked it, and he knew that nothing was blocking it. Only the supernatural could be holding that. He began to curse his friends, thinking that he should never have done this, for the deil was coming for him that very night. The deil was right after him, right behind him. He turned round. Surprisingly, it was not the devil. What he did see was a formless shape, grey cowl round him. He could not see a face. All he could see was a grey wraith reaching for him slowly. But where it should have had hands, it just had the one raised up, and it was a claw. a claw coming for him. Yes, slowly, and he could hear the wailing and moaning now. As it came across, he looked around and spotted a crucifix. He grabbed it and displayed it to the demon, to the wraith. But it was to no avail. No matter what holy prayers he gave, no matter how many times he said the Lord's name, it availed not. For the beastie, the ghoulie, kept coming after him until they reached right up in front of him, when Hamish managed to remember one thing: the round tree sprig that he took. He scrambled for his pocket, reached for it, took it out. At that, the wraith gave an almighty shriek and backed off, for the powers of a round tree are far more powerful than that of the cross against the undead and the evil ones. Now, he did one more thing. At that, he managed to get the door open, and he ran out. However, the wraith was so wroth at him that it chased him out the kirk, across the graveyard and the grounds. Hamish was near shit himself. He ran away, screaming like a wild man. There was only one hope for him, and he couldn't see it anywhere. He could feel the wraith picking up speed right behind him as he tried to outrun it. Luckily for him, he came across a burn, and he could see the water still trickling in, water trickling away inside, fresh water running, and he knew that was his only hope. For well is it known in Scotland that running water stops the evil. They cannot cross. Well, it was still far away, and he could feel the ghost now up behind him, and he could feel the hoary breath on his neck as he ran, looking behind him, which was a big mistake, for he went to trip. He could see the ghost reach in for him with its claw, and he knew that if it touched him, he would not survive. Scrambling back, he raced as much as he could before he tried to get as far back as he could. Finally, he got himself back to his feet and ran once more. Hamish knew that he was doomed that night if he could not make the burn. He ran and he ran like his heart wouldn't fucking need it. Like his heart was about to burst. The breath was fair pecking out of him now in short breaths. And all the time he could hear him moaning and feel the evil behind him. Hamish could feel something snag him. He could feel something grab the back of his shirt. With a scream, Hamish found more energy and burst forward, feeling his shirt rip. As he ran, he managed to make it to the burn and jump over, and turned round to see the wraith there at the back, just behind him, reaching out with his shirt hanging off his hook. Hamish was a changed man that day. When he met his friends the next day, they asked him how it went and why he was soon changed. He was quiet, barely drinking, shivering in the corner whenever anyone spoke to him or he heard a strange noise. His friends asked him about it, and he said, "It wasn't the deal. It wasn't the deal. Watch out, the claw. It comes for you." His friends wondered about this, for Hamish used to have luxurious black hair, but now it was streaked with grey, almost like he'd aged 50 years in that one night. Watch out which way you walk around the church, people, for the grey claw could be after you.